Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's split stunned fans around the world. After nearly 2 decades of what many thought was a picture-perfect marriage, the Academy Award-winning actress officially filed for divorce in September, citing irreconcilable differences. While divorces among celebrities are often public spectacles filled with drama, money disputes, and legal battles, the details here were surprisingly straightforward, almost deceptively calm. Nicole listed September 30th as the official date of separation, marking the end of a nearly 20-year journey together. But fans and media alike were left asking the same question: what truly led to the breakup of one of Hollywood and country music's most admired couples? Though both Nicole and Keith have been notoriously private about their personal lives, subtle clues had been emerging long before the paperwork hit the court. Observers noticed that their public appearances were becoming more calculated, and while red carpet events still showcase smiles and grace, insiders hinted at tension beneath the surface. Rumors suggested that the couple had been quietly navigating challenges that the public could only guess at, balancing global careers, parenthood, and the inevitable strains of two high-profile lives colliding over years. Statements from sources were carefully worded, emphasizing respect for the family unit while acknowledging that, even in a marriage admired by millions, challenges can quietly build over time. The Nashville court documents confirm what fans had suspected. The divorce was finalized with Kidman named as the primary residential parent for their 2 minor daughters. In an unusual twist for celebrity splits, neither Nicole nor Keith received alimony, and child support was set at 0. This led to widespread speculation: why no financial settlement? Observers noted that this could be a reflection of both parties' commitment to keeping their family arrangements simple and private, prioritizing their children's well-being above any financial disputes. It's rare to see a high-profile divorce handled with such apparent calm, which only fuels curiosity about how the couple reached this level of agreement. Even as the legal documents made the separation official, Nicole and Keith's fans couldn't help but wonder about the story behind the headlines. While the paperwork lists facts, it doesn't capture the emotions, the late nights, the conversations about the future, or the quiet decisions that led to this moment. Divorce, even in the spotlight, is a deeply personal experience, and for a couple who has shared nearly 2 decades of their lives together, it's natural that there are layers the public may never fully see. Yet, even with the official announcement made, one detail kept everyone talking. Both Nicole and Keith seemed committed to handling the situation with dignity, putting their children first. Keith's access every other weekend, balanced with Nicole as the primary caregiver, paints a picture of mutual respect and collaboration, rather than the typical celebrity feud. It's a subtle, but telling sign that while the marriage may have ended, the partnership and parenting remains. As the dust settles on this chapter of their lives, questions linger. What were the challenges that led to their separation? Were there moments fans never saw that hinted at the split? And perhaps most importantly, how will both Nicole and Keith continue to navigate life after nearly 20 years together? What's certain is that the world will be watching, curious about every move, every decision, and every hint of what really went on behind the scenes. But to truly understand the end of this marriage, we need to rewind nearly 2 decades, back to where it all began, the moment Nicole and Keith first met, and how a whirlwind romance led to one of Hollywood's longest-lasting celebrity marriages. To understand why Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's split captured so much attention, it helps to go back to the very beginning. The story starts in 2005, at a star-studded event in Australia. Both were already icons in their respective fields. Nicole, an Academy Award-winning actress celebrated for her versatile roles, and Keith, a country music powerhouse beloved for his soulful voice and signature guitar skills. Fans would later look back at that first encounter as the spark that ignited nearly 2 decades of marriage, but at the time, it was just a brief, seemingly casual meeting. 1 year later, in 2006, the romance deepened into a fairy tale wedding in Sydney. The ceremony was glamorous yet intimate, attended by family, close friends, and a few high-profile celebrities. For the public, it looked like a dream come true. 2 global stars finding love amidst the chaos of fame. Yet, behind the smiles and perfect photos, the pressures of celebrity life were quietly weaving into the fabric of their relationship. Long-distance tours, award shows, film sets, and the demands of parenting 2 young daughters were challenges that any ordinary couple might struggle with, and for a couple constantly in the spotlight, those challenges were magnified 1,000 times. Their marriage quickly became the gold standard in celebrity circles, admired for its apparent stability. Unlike other high-profile couples, they rarely appeared in scandalous headlines. But insiders hint that the life of Nicole and Keith wasn't as seamless as the red carpet suggested. Keith's extensive touring schedule often took him away for weeks at a time, leaving Nicole to manage family life on her own. Despite their devotion to one another, balancing fame, careers, and parenthood required constant adjustment. Even in interviews, Keith admitted the difficulty of maintaining equilibrium. "It's always family first," he once said. "It's balanced, so it means it goes out of balance sometimes, and we just put it back in balance. It's never perfectly in balance, but we get it back on track." The early years of their marriage were marked by a mix of public adoration and private negotiation. They learned to navigate the glare of media attention, always careful to protect their children and preserve a sense of normalcy. Fans adored their chemistry, while the couple quietly worked behind the scenes to maintain a strong partnership. There were moments of celebration, award wins, chart-topping albums, critically acclaimed films, and moments of strain, often invisible to the public eye. What made their marriage remarkable wasn't just the glamour or the longevity, but the way they adapted to life's challenges. Unlike many celebrity unions that crumble under the weight of fame, Nicole and Keith managed to stay together for nearly 20 years, creating a family, supporting each other's careers, and presenting a united front to the world. Yet, even with all this outward success, subtle tensions inevitably grew over time, tensions that would eventually contribute to their separation. From that first meeting in 2005 to the wedding in Sydney, Nicole and Keith's early story feels almost cinematic. The glamour, the excitement, the whirlwind romance, it's the kind of tale that makes fans swoon. But as their nearly two-decade marriage shows, a love story in the spotlight is never just about red carpets and perfect photos. Behind the scenes, life is far more complicated, and it's those private moments, the unseen struggles, that often shape the fate of a relationship. While their beginnings were magical, the real test of any marriage lies in family life. And when it came to parenting and balancing careers, Nicole and Keith faced challenges that few could fully understand. As Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban finalized their divorce, one of the most closely watched aspects was how they would manage parenting. For fans, the questions were immediate. Who would take primary custody? How would they divide time with their daughters? And perhaps most intriguingly, how would two world-famous parents handle such an intensely personal aspect of life with grace or tension? The court documents filed in Nashville reveal that Nicole Kidman was named the primary residential parent of their two minor daughters. Meanwhile, Keith Urban was granted parenting time every other weekend. At first glance, the arrangement seems straightforward, even minimal, yet the details hint at a deeper, carefully negotiated understanding between the couple. Child support was set at zero, and neither party received alimony. In the world of celebrity divorces, where multi-million-dollar settlements often dominate headlines, this decision stands out. It suggests a rare level of cooperation, a shared desire to keep their children's lives as stable as possible despite the end of their marriage. Fans have speculated why Nicole and Keith chose such an arrangement. Some suggest it reflects their long-standing commitment to family over finances. Both have publicly emphasized that their children have always come first, and their actions appear to match their words. By avoiding the drama of alimony and ongoing financial disputes, they may have sought to create a more harmonious environment for their daughters, one where the focus is on parenting rather than litigation. Beyond the paperwork, the arrangement highlights the dynamics of their parenting styles. Nicole, as the primary caregiver, will continue to oversee the day-to-day life of their children, school routines, extracurricular activities, and the countless small decisions that shape childhood. Keith's alternating weekends allow him to maintain a meaningful presence, while also respecting Nicole's primary role. It's a delicate balance, one that requires communication, flexibility, and, above all, mutual respect. Even in interviews before the split, Keith spoke candidly about the challenges of balancing life as a touring musician and a father. He acknowledged that maintaining family stability often required compromises and adjustments. "It's always family first," he said. "It's balanced, so it means it goes out of balance sometimes, and we just put it back in balance. It's never perfectly in balance, but we get it back on track." Those words, once a glimpse into his philosophy, now take on even greater significance as he navigates co-parenting post-divorce. What makes this arrangement particularly interesting is how it contrasts with typical celebrity splits. While others are often mired in public disputes over money, schedules, and custody battles, Nicole and Keith appear determined to prioritize what truly matters: the well-being of their children. By keeping the terms simple and the focus on parenting, they send a clear message: the family, even after divorce, remains a shared priority. And yet, there's a subtle tension that fans can't ignore. Alternating weekends may sound uncomplicated, but it also signals the challenges of maintaining closeness and consistency in children's lives while juggling high-profile careers. Questions linger. How will long-distance tours and work commitments affect this delicate balance? How will each parent handle the emotional ups and downs of co-parenting? While the public sees a cooperative front, the reality of navigating a blended schedule, fame, and media scrutiny is far more complex. Even with a seemingly smooth arrangement on paper, Keith's perspective on family life reveals another layer of the story, one that shows just how much effort it takes to keep love, respect, and stability alive amidst fame and divorce. While the divorce papers and custody arrangements tell one side of the story, Keith Urban's own reflections provide a window into the emotional reality behind the headlines. For nearly 20 years, Keith wasn't just a chart-topping country star, he was a husband navigating the highs and lows of life with Nicole Kidman while raising 2 young daughters in the intense glare of fame. Interviews from recent years, especially a candid 2023 conversation, reveal that even amid global tours, award ceremonies, and the pressure of maintaining a public image, Keith's priorities always revolved around family. Keith's words carry weight because they show the delicate balancing act required in a high-profile marriage. "It's always family first," he said. But he didn't stop there. He acknowledged the inevitable chaos. "It's balanced, so it means it goes out of balance sometimes, and we just put it back in balance. It's never perfectly in balance, but we get it back on track." That admission is striking. It exposes the vulnerability behind the polished persona, reminding fans that even celebrities struggle to maintain equilibrium between career demands and personal life. Touring, in particular, was a major challenge. While fans might imagine the glamour of sold-out arenas and screaming fans, the reality was often far lonelier. Keith admitted that long stretches away from home were emotionally taxing, leaving him to grapple with guilt, exhaustion, and the constant need to prioritize his daughters while fulfilling professional commitments. These tours, combined with Nicole's demanding acting career, created periods of unavoidable distance, both physically and emotionally, testing the resilience of their marriage. But what stands out is how Keith framed these challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as moments that strengthened his commitment to family. He spoke openly about putting aside ego and public perception to focus on what mattered most, ensuring his children felt loved and secure, even when life got hectic. In many ways, this perspective foreshadows the cooperative approach he took during the divorce. By negotiating parenting time and maintaining respect for Nicole's role as primary caregiver, he's continuing that same philosophy: family first, always. Keith's reflections also hint at the silent compromises that defined the marriage. Fans often saw Nicole and Keith as a glamorous couple whose life seemed effortless, but his words suggest the truth was far more nuanced. Balancing fame, personal ambitions, and the needs of 2 children required daily negotiation and emotional labor, work that rarely makes the headlines but forms the backbone of any enduring relationship. It's a side of celebrity life that rarely gets attention, yet it's precisely this human element that makes their story relatable even post-divorce. Keith's approach underscores a quiet dignity. The focus isn't on resentment or blame, it's on maintaining bonds and honoring commitments, both as a parent and a former partner. He's navigating the emotional complexity of ending a marriage while keeping the family unit intact, a feat few can manage under the scrutiny of global fame. His perspective reminds us that behind every celebrity headline is a very human story of love, sacrifice, and growth. While Keith reflects on his challenges and priorities, Nicole's story offers another side, one that reveals her resilience, her dedication as a mother, and how she continues to thrive in the face of personal change. While Keith Urban's perspective highlights the challenges of balancing fame, touring, and fatherhood, Nicole Kidman's journey during their nearly 2-decade marriage tells a story of resilience, independence, and unwavering dedication to family. For fans, Nicole has always appeared as the poised, glamorous actress gracing red carpets and movie premieres. Yet behind that public image is a woman who navigated the complex realities of parenting, celebrity life, and personal growth, often under intense scrutiny. As the primary residential parent following the divorce, Nicole now carries the responsibility of overseeing her daughters' daily lives, from school schedules to extracurriculars, family routines, and the countless small decisions that shape childhood. Unlike Keith, whose alternating weekends allow a focused but limited presence, Nicole's role requires constant engagement, patience, and emotional availability. Sources suggest that she has approached this challenge with remarkable grace, blending structure with warmth, ensuring her children feel secure despite the changes in family dynamics. Nicole's public image also plays an interesting role in this story. Unlike many celebrity divorces that spark endless gossip and scandal, she has maintained a reputation for discretion and dignity. Rumors may swirl in the media, speculation about tension, career conflicts, or personal priorities, but Nicole consistently focuses on privacy and professionalism. Her ability to balance a high-profile acting career while remaining grounded as a mother contributes to the perception that she is not only managing the practical realities of divorce but thriving in a new chapter of life. This combination of resilience and poise is part of what makes her story compelling. Fans are fascinated not just by her achievements on screen, but by the human side of her life, the challenges of co-parenting, maintaining personal well-being, and navigating the emotions of ending a long-term marriage. Nicole's example suggests a careful balance between protecting her children, pursuing her own career goals, and maintaining personal integrity, a balance that is both admirable and relatable. Even for those outside the world of celebrity, speculation inevitably follows, as fans wonder how Nicole manages life post-divorce. Reports hint at her focus on self-care, professional projects, and dedicating quality time to her daughters. Her approach contrasts with sensationalized celebrity narratives, emphasizing consistency and emotional presence rather than conflict. This strategic, thoughtful handling of her personal life reinforces her image as someone who quietly commands respect, not through drama, but through action and resilience. Yet, beneath the composed exterior, the journey is not without challenges. Parenting two children while managing a demanding career requires flexibility, negotiation, and constant emotional labor. Fans are left to wonder how she and Keith continue to coordinate schedules, navigate family events, and maintain a sense of stability for their daughters. It's a dynamic that reflects both the complexities of celebrity life and the universal challenges of co-parenting. Nicole Kidman's story after nearly 20 years of marriage is not just about divorce. It's about transformation. It's about embracing change, prioritizing family, and asserting agency over her life while maintaining grace under the public eye. Her role as a mother and public figure reveals that even amidst endings, new chapters can emerge with strength, dignity, and determination. But while Nicole maintains control of her family life and public image, whispers of behind-the-scenes struggles and subtle tensions hint at a side of the story few have seen, a side that adds depth to the narrative of their separation. Even though Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's divorce appeared calm and cooperative on paper, there's always more beneath the surface, the moments the public rarely sees, the private challenges that quietly shape a marriage. Over nearly 20 years together, both faced pressures unique to their celebrity lives, as well as the universal stresses that come with parenting, work-life balance, and personal growth. Fans and insiders have speculated about these behind-the-scenes struggles, and while much remains unverified, the hints that have emerged paint a nuanced picture of life behind the glamour. One aspect often highlighted is Keith's extensive touring schedule. While it brought fame, sold-out arenas, and global recognition, it also meant long stretches away from home. Sources claim that these tours occasionally created strain, as Nicole was left to manage both career obligations and household life. Though Keith has emphasized that family always came first, the reality of physical distance and the demands of a high-profile lifestyle inevitably introduced tension, a challenge familiar to couples outside the spotlight as well. Reports suggest that Nicole sometimes felt the weight of responsibility more heavily during these periods, having to make countless small decisions for the family alone. Another layer comes from the challenges of public scrutiny. As a married celebrity couple, every outing, every red carpet appearance, and every social media post is analyzed. Rumors often swirl, some trivial, some more pointed, and managing that constant pressure can be emotionally exhausting. Fans speculated about potential disagreements over career priorities, personal time, and public image, though neither Nicole nor Keith ever confirmed any of these reports. The speculation only highlights how the private realities of a celebrity marriage can be magnified, turning normal disagreements into headline fodder. The emotional labor of co-parenting in the spotlight is another subtle struggle. Even with a cooperative custody arrangement, coordinating schedules, travel, and quality time requires careful planning. Insiders say that both Nicole and Keith have been committed to ensuring their daughters experience as much stability as possible, but it's inevitable that adjustments, compromises, and occasional frustrations arise. These are the hidden realities of life behind the court documents, the elements that rarely make the news but shape the experience of both parents and children. Fans have also speculated about the personal growth each underwent over the years. Marriages lasting 2 decades involve evolution, individual interests, career goals, and changing priorities. While Nicole and Keith shared a long-lasting bond, it's natural that personal paths sometimes diverge. Reports hint at a quiet mutual recognition that their relationship had reached a stage where separate lives might better support both personal fulfillment and family stability. Ultimately, these behind-the-scenes struggles, the long tours, the parenting challenges, the media pressure, and the personal growth remind us that even seemingly perfect celebrity marriages face universal challenges. They also help explain why the divorce, though amicable on the surface, represents more than just a legal separation. It's the result of years of navigating complicated dynamics, striving to protect children, careers, and personal well-being, all while under constant public scrutiny. And as all these challenges and subtle tensions played out, one truth remains clear: nearly 2 decades together created a legacy of love, commitment, and family that will continue to shape their lives and leave fans reflecting on what enduring relationships really take. After nearly 2 decades together, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's marriage may have ended, but the legacy of their relationship continues to resonate both for fans and for the couple themselves. In an era where celebrity unions often crumble under the weight of fame, scrutiny, and career demands, their story stands out for its longevity, resilience, and, ultimately, mutual respect. Even amid divorce, the foundation they built as a family remains a central part of their lives, and the lessons from their marriage offer insights that extend far beyond Hollywood. One of the most striking aspects of their relationship was how they balanced personal ambition with family responsibilities. Nicole pursued a demanding acting career that required long hours on film sets across the globe, while Keith's music career demanded constant touring, recording, and public appearances. For many couples, such pressures could have been insurmountable. Yet, for nearly 20 years, they managed to navigate these challenges together, making compromises, supporting each other's goals, and prioritizing their daughter's well-being above all else. That delicate balancing act is a testament to their dedication and shared values. Their nearly 2-decade journey also illustrates the complexity of love under constant scrutiny. Fans may have seen red carpet smiles and award show appearances, but the private moments, the late-night conversations, the quiet compromises, the shared parenting decisions shaped the real story. It was in these unseen moments that their commitment truly shone. They proved that lasting relationships aren't just about public displays of affection, but about the willingness to adapt, communicate, and weather challenges together. Even as the marriage came to an end, that commitment to respect and care continues in how they approach co-parenting. The legacy of Nicole and Keith's marriage also extends to the lessons it offers about growth and transformation. Marrying young in their respective careers, they evolved as individuals while navigating life as a couple. Personal growth, career developments, and shifting priorities all played a role in shaping their relationship. While the marriage itself has concluded, the love and respect they cultivated over years will likely continue to influence how they interact, co-parent, and move forward in life. Their story demonstrates that even when romantic partnerships end, the foundation of trust, shared memories, and family bonds can endure. For fans, there's also a broader reflection on the nature of relationships. The tale of Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban reminds us that even the most admired, seemingly perfect couples face struggles, negotiations, and adjustments. It's a story of balance between careers and family, public life and private reality, personal growth and partnership. It's also a story of dignity, showing that separation doesn't have to be synonymous with conflict or resentment. As the world watches their next chapters unfold, one thing is clear: their nearly 2-decade marriage has left an indelible mark. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban may no longer be husband and wife, but their shared history, dedication to family, and resilience continue to resonate. It's a powerful reminder that enduring love isn't always about staying together forever. Sometimes, it's about creating a life together that shapes and strengthens everyone involved. Long after the marriage ends, after 20 years, the chapter closes, but the story of Nicole and Keith's family continues. What do you think really shaped their journey, and how will they move forward? Fans around the world are already watching, waiting for the next twist in a story that is far from over.